Hey guys, welcome back to McFlippins. We had a halfway decent weekend as far as eBay sales. Plus, if you've been watching the channel, you know we set up at the uh, Antique Extravaganza at Mt Dora Antique, and it went fairly well. Set up, didn't sell much. Second day, killed it. Sold a bunch of stuff, got rid of a lot of stuff. Did very well. Second day, or third day technically, but second day of sales, rough, slow, very slow, but that's kind of how antique shows go for me. So it always seems like you either make most of your money during setup or the first day of sales, and then every day after that's just kind of like $5 here, $20 there, but it adds up. So it was okay. And then Sunday was a complete washout, so I actually left Saturday. So, but it was pretty fun. Got rid of lots of stuff. I got to talk to and meet Kerry from American Arbitrage, great dude. See Rod from Pickin' and Puchin. I've been seeing him at Webster too, but it was cool to catch up with him. And Tekken Sports, saw and met him, so that was pretty cool. So we got a few sales here. Oh, and I picked up some cool stuff. Maybe I'll show it off at the end of the video. I didn't get a whole lot because I was trying to stay put in my booth and sell stuff and not go too crazy, because you can't really sell anything if you're not there. So but yeah, so we got a few sales here, some cool ones. And before we get going here, I apologize for the background noise in this video. I am running one of my 3D printer. I got a new 3D printer. Now I got two, so that's cool. I bought it off Facebook Marketplace, did a slight upgrade, bigger, a little bit better than my old one, but it's going right now. It's a pretty long print, but it's pretty cool. Let's check it out. Casey Jones mask from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1990. So I've been having way too much fun with these things, so suggest if you're looking to get one, you're either gonna love it or you're gonna get addicted to it. So that's my 2 cents on that. Which also reminds me, if you haven't checked out my other new channel, Mix Prop Shop, where I like to do some 3D printing, gonna do some sculpting here soon. If you like arts and prop building and nerdy pop culture stuff, go give that channel a check out and a like and a subscribe. Would really appreciate it. It's a new channel, trying to build up some subscribers, so shameless plug, but go check it out if you haven't already, if that's something you're into. Let's see, sold this military pocket knife, little US little utility pocket knife. Normally these have a maker. I couldn't find a maker on it, but anyway, I sold it for $34.97, my asking price plus shipping, so I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty sure I paid $5 for this at Webster. Sold these little accessory wings for a She-Ra action figure. I can't remember which one, but for some She-Ra horse. But let me look. She-Ra. It's a Storm Horse, Catra's Storm Horse. These sold for $19.97, free shipping. Pretty sure it's free shipping. I think this was back in my free shipping days. That's how long these have been listed. So that was decent though, because I bought these with a huge Masters of the Universe collection I've already made a few $100 off of, so just profit on those. Whether you hate it or love it, Ford, chassis by Ford. I got several of these like emblems. They're cast metal. Let's see, Ford chassis by Ford, just like these metal emblem doohickeys. I bought a stack of these at a flea market back when I still lived in New York for like $10. I sold a bunch at the flea market I was set up at too, like for $20 just to get rid of them. But I kept a few to sell on eBay. And this one sold for $15.97, my asking price plus shipping, so that wasn't too bad because I've already doubled my money on the batch, and I still got 2 more to sell. So if you like Ford, check out my eBay. Some people like to call it found on road dead. I have a Ford. I have a Dodge and a Ford, so I don't care. Car's a car to me. I really don't care. I mean, I like cars, but as long as it gets me from A to B, that's my biggest concern, not the manufacturer. Next, Northern Michigan Bottle Club. Nice cool vintage bottle club collecting patch. I believe this came with that huge military patch collection I bought. So, yeah, pretty sure. And that sold for $20, free shipping. Which, happy with that because did that come with it? Pretty sure it did. But I'm pretty happy with that because that just chisels off. I gotta go through my numbers and see where I'm at with that patch collection. As far as, pretty sure I've made my money back at least. So we'll see. This one's pretty cool. I didn't want to sell this. This is just one of those things where I'm trying to thin out the collection. But it's Ghostbusters 2 Ecto. Well, technically Ghostbusters 2 it's Ecto 1A, but we'll say Ecto 1. I think this was a premium that came with like the VHS, if I'm not mistaken, but it's still sealed in its little plastic bag for ages 3 and up, so I'm good. And that sold for $16 plus shipping. I think I accepted. Yeah, I accepted an offer on that. I think I had it listed for like $24.97. Somebody sent me an offer on it. Took it. Rest of the stuff that we sold's out in the truck because I still have to unload it from the weekend, because that's the worst part of doing antique shows is the unloading. The unloading is one thing. You're excited, you know, the adrenaline's pumping. You're like, oh, I gotta get all this stuff in there to sell. And then after the show's over, the highs wore off, and you're like, ugh, gotta unload the truck. And it always seems like too when you're loading a truck for any antique show, or like when the show's over, nothing fits quite like it did before. Either because you bought too much stuff during the show, or you're in such a hurry to get out of there, you just don't even care about finessing. You just throw it in, which is kind of what I was doing, because I was at that point I was like, I want to go home. But I have to say, it was really nice having a show so close for a change, because I live half an hour from Mt Dora. Normally when I do shows like that, I'm driving 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 hours. And I have to get a hotel room or sleep in my truck. So this was the first antique show where I was able to go to the show, come home at night, sleep in my own bed. So that was pretty nice. But I gotta go out to the truck and grab the rest of the sales. Next item that sold is right here, another patch. This one's like Vietnam era 619th Electric Security Squadron patch. That sold for $19.97, free shipping. And next here we have a New England Patriots jersey, Maroney is the player's name, I think. Number 39. He sold for $13 plus shipping. Not a lot. I think I paid like $1 for this at a yard sale, so it is what it is, and at least it's out of my way and hair. This one's kind of cool. I've had him for a while. He sat on my shelf for a couple years. I wanted to keep him, or I did keep him for a couple years, and he's just having to move to the next person. It's just a cool statue, vintage statue of a pilot. I think it's like World War II pilot, but it's dated from like the 70s. Austin Productions Incorporated, 1976. And he sold for my asking price of $74.97 plus shipping, so that's not too bad. I think I maybe paid like 10-15 bucks for this a few years ago at a flea market probably. And the print finish, so that's why it sounds so much better in here. So sorry about that. But let's see, next sale here, Kevlar helmet, or ballistics helmet. I guess you can't call them Kevlar on eBay because that is a copyrighted term and to only be used by DuPont. So a ballistics helmet made out of a Kevlar-like substance, material, whatever. Probably like Iraqi Freedom era, like early 2000s. I had this listed for like $124.97. Was expecting to get around 100. Somebody sent me an offer for 80, and I took it because this came from a buyout I did a few years ago where it was just pure profit anyway. So it's more space because I've been thinning out my helmets for my collection, just trying to get rid of, make room. So $80 plus shipping, I'll take it. Next we have a Texaco fire jumpsuit kind of deal. I think it's not like a racing suit. It's not insulated enough or at all to be a racing suit. I think it was like a mechanic's coveralls perhaps that worked at Texaco. Anyway, I had these listed for like $100, and They've been listed for quite a while. I paid $30. They sold for 50 plus shipping. So obviously I'm not making much, if anything, after fees, but they're bulky and annoying, and I just wanted them gone. So accepted the first offer I've received on them since I've listed them. So it is what it is. Sometimes out with the old, in with the new. And last but not least, World War II era Ike jacket with the 82nd Airborne patch. It did have a name, or not a name, but it's got a laundry number and a serial number in there. And with those first sergeant stripes there. What are you doing? And but it sold for $100 plus shipping. Had it listed for like $200, and I took it to the show. I was trying to sell for like $150 at the show. Nobody wanted to buy it, so, or $125. Yeah, I was trying $125. Couldn't get that. So somebody sent me an offer on eBay for $100, and I took it because I paid $40 for it. So making a few bucks on it. So those were the sales from the weekend. If you want to check out and see what I bought at the Antique Extravaganza, stick around. Okay, so I've got a few of the things I picked up. It wasn't a whole lot. Like I said, I was mainly trying to stay at my booth and sell stuff rather than going out and shopping, which that is the most fun part, shopping, but I had to get rid of stuff. So, but I did find a few things, and it was definitely quality over quantity for the most part, because I did find a couple really cool things, I think. First of which was this photograph. Nice early cabinet photograph of a trapeze artist from a circus. Circus stuff is super collectible. I've never seen one like this. I looked through a lot of photos. It's one of my favorite things to buy and sell, old photos. And I'm gonna open this up, actually pull it out of the cheap frame that it's in. It's like a dollar store frame. And get a closer look at this thing. Toss this crap aside. Carefully pull the footing out. There we have it. Nice original cabinet photo of two trapeze artists. I wish I could talk. I wish I knew who they were. Condition's actually better than I thought it would be, judging from what I was seeing in the frame. Because it's got a crack here and a slight bend. But I don't think that's gonna hurt it too much, honestly. I think it's probably worth $100 or more, between 100 to 50, judging from comps of similar images from the time period. So great buy, because I paid $30 for it. She had it marked for $39. Original photo, circus trapeze, $39. I offered her $30. She took it, so I was happy with that. And then looking up comps, I was definitely really happy. It's just one of those things I grabbed because I'd never seen one, so I bought it. And this time it paid off. So, especially with images, if you find the older the images, not necessarily better, but the more unique, you know, animals, circus acts, trades such as like carpenters, blacksmiths, firefighters. It's all great subject matter because it adds a whole new level of collectability, because people collect just images and specific images, you know, obviously like military, Civil War, tintypes are probably the holy grails of tintypes. Animals are also really good if you come across a tintype of an animal. African American tintypes, stuff like that. Also bought this hatchet. It's a World War II era tool with the original cover, which that helps definitely. Cover's dated like 1945-ish. I could have swore I saw a bit. Yeah, it's on the back here. It's like 1945. $20 for this. I think comps were like about $100 to 110-ish. So I think I should be able to get around 70 to 80 for this from the condition. We'll list it for like a little over 100 and see what happens. So for 20 bucks, not too bad. And the next three things I bought all from the same dealer. I got a pretty decent deal on the lot, I believe. Yeah, because I bought 4 items, and one of which was this late war OD number 7 M1 Garand cartridge belt, or the M1928 cartridge belt. It's in pretty rough shape, but that's okay because I actually have a plan for this that doesn't involve selling it. I actually bought this to keep for a project I'm working on. I'm not going to destroy it, so don't worry, but it'll serve its purpose. And it was priced for like $15, so you can't really beat that. Even if I wasn't going to keep it, I probably would have bought it for $15, and I probably still could have made a few bucks off of it. And we got a T-handle M1910 T-handle shovel. These are getting a little bit harder to find out in the wild. You don't see them too often. I see a lot of the regular folding and trenching tools all over the place all the time. But I don't see these too often anymore, unless you're at a military show. Then you're going to see all this crap. So, but out in the wild, you don't come across them too much. And I paid $100 for all 4 items. The next, then I had the belt. And the 2 other items I'm about to show you. I paid $100 for all 4, so I think I did really good. Because this is probably in the 75 to 100 range, if I remember correctly from comps, from the condition. And no cover. I wish I had the cover. The covers are worth decent money by themselves, but that's okay. And the other thing I bought from the same vendor was this shirt. It's a 82nd Airborne shirt, which patch looks good, stitching looks okay, it's got a laundry number. The only problem I noticed with a lot of the stuff from this vendor was some of it was reproduction, so a lot of it was original, but some of it was reproduction. And he said he just bought out a house collection from some lady or something along those lines. So I figure whoever he bought the stuff from was also a reenactor as well as a collector, because of the mixture of reproduction to original. So you had to be a little diligent, because there were some boots in there that I was like, I thought were real at first till I looked on the inside and I'm like, oh, these are repro. But and he was pretty open about it. He knew some of it was. He wasn't like trying to pass it off as reproduction. He wasn't trying to deceive anybody or anything like that. But he did have some cool stuff other than reproduction. So I think this piece is good. I got to do a little more research on the laundry number, and hope I haven't give it a deep dive. Maybe there's a number or a name written in there. But I'd imagine a 101st Airborne shirt, maybe around $100, just like I got for the Ike jacket. Comps are in that 100 to 150 range, so that's not too bad. And the last thing, which was what I was most excited about, this canteen. Civil War era smooth side canteen with bits of the original strap, which is pretty cool. Doesn't have the cover, but that's pretty common because the material over the years would, just get rotten and fall off. So I got a pretty good deal on this because the guy wasn't sure if it was Civil War or Spanish American. I was fairly sure it was Civil War, but I wasn't sure. I wasn't 100% on it. But judging from the strap is why I was thinking it was Civil War era, because post Civil War, the Spanish American era, very similar construction, but the straps were more canvas than this kind of canvas, like a different kind of canvas anyway. But even with the dents, but it's got the strap. That's what it's got going for it. Bits of the original strap. Let's see, like I said, 4 items for $100, so let's say 25 each, which works out nicely. So, and this is probably $150 by itself, give or take. So, even in this shape, which I'm very happy with, because I reached out to one of my Civil War gurus who confirmed it is Civil War, because I was half and half on it too myself. So, but for those prices, I can't go wrong. Or well, let's take out the one belt, which I would have been willing to pay $25 for myself, which I do plan on keeping this, so let's say $75 for the 3. So should triple my money on that, so pretty happy. and there was all sorts of really great stuff. Lots of great vendors. I just didn't get to venture out too far from my booth, so I didn't get to go too crazy. So, but it was big. It was a lot bigger than I was kind of expecting, and I was surprised by how many people I saw that I knew from like Brimfield Antique Show in Massachusetts and Madison Bouckville up in New York. But I guess it is kind of a small business, or it's a small world in the antique business. So, but it was nice to see familiar faces. All in all, I had a pretty good time. This was probably my favorite buy of the day, next to the canteen, just because it's so unique and really cool. It tells a story. It sort of, like, I wish I knew who they were. I wish I knew their names. But so that was a fun buy, fun show all around. So, I guess that's the show for today, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you guys next time.